Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What is going on, everybody? We are here for the Mario Kart Wii Grand Finals. 12 o'clock midnight Eastern right now. We got two teams, Teams USA North and Team Japan, going at it right now for this championship. I am joined by my man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Haller. Haller Cut, how are you doing today, sir?
You know what? I'm doing all right. I'm usually pretty bad, but today I'm doing all right. Just hanging out with a couple buds.
Nice.
Ready to watch some World Cup action in the finals.
Cool.
You know?
Nice.
So we got Japan versus North America, Team North, covering the north side of North America.
Nice. Good input.
Right now we're just looking at the Japan lineup. What do you think about this?
First of all, for those of you who don't know me, I don't think I introduced myself. I'm Brawley. I'm here on the stream with Haller, joined by my co-guest Eirik in the background doing production. Might hop on some commentary with us as well later. But to answer your question, we have a Japan lineup of Asmax, Rufus, Type, Yasuo, and Seabass. And looking at this lineup, I don't think it's their strongest. So they could be taunting USA North a little bit.
Could be.
Kidding.
What have they been
obviously.
using in the last match?
They've been rotating lineups every single time. So I don't think this is their best. I think they have better, but I think it's strong. But I think Roast, who is their strongest bagger, could be playing here instead of Seabass. But I'm interested to see how he does, because Seabass also isn't bad at all. I think they can do well with this lineup, and I think Japan is really focused on just like rotating people and getting them playing time, which I like that a lot.
They might have subs on the ready and everything, so
yeah,
we don't know what to expect.
As for USA North, I believe their lineup is something like Casper, Frozen, Ornan.
We got Ornan,
Sean, and Mac.
bagging.
Yeah, this is strong.
What do you think about this lineup? Do you
Strong.
think this is the best thing they can put out right now, or any substitutions you would make if you were the coach?
I think the big three are definitely Frozen, Casper, and Sean. However, I think Ornan is also very, very good, but I think there could be they've been rotating the fourth between like Ornan and Revan, and let me turn this down a little bit. But I think what might happen is that they switch. They might do Ornan one war, Revan another war, but yeah, I think it's a strong lineup. Mac, obviously a really strong bagger, and he's going to be looking to outdo Seabass. I mean, did a really good job against Jazz last weekend. But yes, getting started. Best of 3, and what an exciting track we got with Bowser's Castle 3 coming at you live.
I mean, BC3, as we all know, anything can happen. Crazy race, very centered around the shortcut. A lot of action happens there, and you never really know how the race is going to play out until you get to that shortcut.
Definitely. And so we got Frozen's point of view for Team USA North. Team Japan, I believe we have Asmac's point of view. I'm not entirely sure. But for now, we're going to be watching Frozen and Sean run in this top 2 on Bowser's Castle 3. Frozen opting to stop immediately for this ultra shortcut and does a great job of making it.
Yep.
Not showing any signs of nerves so far, but again, players just getting warmed up. We see Type coming up here into the front. It's going to be first place for Japan, and it's going to be a battle here between Frozen and Type.
Yeah, looks like he's got the red shells going. Red shells very easily avoidable on this track.
Oh yeah.
We got Frozen and Sean in second and third.
I think it's a 1-4 for Team Japan. We do see one of the baggers winning. Mac winning the bagging battle by a lot. Kyle coming out. Not going to do much. A couple greens there. Frozen, nice avoidance there with the little spin drift. But for now, we see our racers kind of in similar spots. See if Team US, we do have Max POV pulled up on another monitor. But
misses the ultra shortcut. Definitely not good Team USA right there.
That is tough.
Gonna go for round 2.
Casper made it on the wall or something there, but was able to come out. And I think that's a 1-4 still for Team Japan, but a lot of USA around this Daisy. And we know how light Daisy can be. Daisy can obviously get thrown off the track, so Yasuo has to be careful here to maintain that spot, but doing a really good job as a Daisy, making that ultra shortcut, able to be up here. I don't see any shots yet from our side POV unless Seabass has pulled it in 9th. In which that will be a huge advantage for Team Japan. But for now, still a lot of USA in this 2-3-5 position. And a lot of pressure on that 1-4 of Team Japan.
So we got a POW here in action. Definitely a crazy item around the shortcut. He's definitely going to communicate to his out, stopping the golden cut. There was a fib there anyways.
Oh, gets taken out by the green there, I believe. And Frozen making the ultra, but that is a bottom 2 for Team Japan. Still 1-4 shock coming out. Not benefiting any of the racers. Looks like a shock into boxes on the part of Team USA. Gonna see what they can do here at the end, but for now, I believe it's still a 1-3 maybe even for Team Japan. 1-3 bottom 2. So quite an even race from for race 1,
yeah.
Especially on BC3. You know, I expected a little bit more action.
Yeah, it's always so crazy. You could see like a quick top 3 right there, depending on how the shortcut and the lightning bolt goes. So.
Yeah.
So see the results.
Underwhelming from to start off for me. Oh, actually, USA getting first. So Type getting overtaken by Ornan there.
Yeah, so we got a 2-3 for Japan.
But a 1-4-5-6 for Team USA, and that's a strong start.
This is a strong start. We're gonna see them take the lead a little bit,
especially for BC3. All right, we're having fun here, guys. We're doing an IRL cast.
Yeah, just a little technical difficulties. We got this set up just moments ago, basically. So trying to figure some stuff out.
A lot of fun.
So.
I hope you guys are having fun. I mean, it is a solid Saturday night going on. I'm gonna pull up the chat, see how everyone else is doing too. But yeah, hope you guys are doing good. I know I am. Looking forward to this best of 3. I hope it goes to a game 3. I don't know about you, Haller.
Oh, of course. We always want a game 3, a nice close match. Who do you think's gonna take it all?
I mean, USA North, I think, is gonna take it. I mean, they're looking so strong. Haven't faltered at all in this World Cup, and they pretty much have the same team as their winning one from last year. So I think they're doing pretty good.
So we got Asmax starting out back of the pack. See what he's gonna do. Looking for a decent item here.
And what do you want to do on Peach Gardens? Tell me your strat. What's your mindset coming in for Peach Gardens here, especially when you're starting low like Team Japan is?
Yeah, so Peach Gardens can be a very shock reliant track for sure. But sometimes you can get trip shrooms first set and take off.
Mm-hmm.
So it really depends on the power items in this track.
Yeah.
So definitely we got Max POV up. He's gonna really want that shock for sure.
Yeah, and Japan kind of struggling in the back here. I think Azmek was the only one up there. Got taken out by a banana. Type also in 5th place. Well, that bomb is going to be deadly. Frozen taking out one. Oh, actually both of them lagging out of that bomb. So we're seeing a little bit of lag there, which makes sense considering how far the two countries are, Japan and United States. Frozen not able to connect with those reds. Looking at the bagger POV, nothing going on yet, but it is a 5-6-7 right now for Team Japan, and Asmax seems to be the only one up there for them on a, kind of a luck track. You're able to come back, but it also can be runnable.
So
like
USA
you said.
does actually have the shock, so Frozen's definitely looking for a star here for sure. Doesn't get it, gets a trip shrooms.
Oof.
Mac doesn't have the shock anymore.
Wow. Wait, how...
He must have, yeah, I was.
You see? All right, we missed that. All right, but we're going to be seeing lap 3, and there is the shock. So dodge for Asmac. So I think you were right. Mac did lose the shock, and Team Japan able to recuperate it. And we do see a last place right now on the side of Team USA. Going to be seeing what Japan can do with that shock, as Asmac was able to come up there with a star. It looks like they have at least 2, 3, 4, unless Asmac is in first. This golden going to be spammed right now. Trip Shrooms, what a
really
pull
good
for Frozen there.
Yep, going to slide into a 2-3.
But that is going to be a 1-4-5 from the looks of it for Team Japan.
Basically,
that is is
that a reverse to last race?
Pretty much. I think USA still up a little bit as Japan did get last there. And USA was able to get a 1-4-5-6 in that first race. So good clapback race there for Team Japan. Coming back, I'm interested to see what happened with the shock there.
Yeah.
Cause
I know he had it. I looked over for 1 second and then it was gone.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it got trolled out of him or if he screwed up himself. I'm not sure what happened there.
Yeah.
But it definitely turned the race a little bit because then Japan got the shock for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if he. I think he was in the chain chomp section possibly, so that could have been what happened, and he might have lost it there. But yeah, really good job from Seabass to get the shock and dodge Asmac and bring him up there. But yeah, so I thought from the get-go that USA was maybe going to run away with it, especially if they used that shock there. That would have been devastating for Team Japan. But
yeah, I mean, as we saw though, it didn't look like they had much to use right at the moment, and we're not even sure if that was a good spot to use it at.
Yeah.
Frozen was in the back, just chaining items that he didn't want while having a shock. He was getting shrooms and shells. So,
right.
But they didn't have the shock for long at all.
Yeah. No, that was quick. I wonder if he lost it to like a chain chomp, or maybe he just got to start out of him. I don't know. Either way, going to be seeing some sort of track get picked by both teams here.
So we got Koopa Cape.
Unfortunately, I cannot read Japanese.
I can't either, honestly. We got Koopa Cape and TF.
Let's see what's going on. So, TF, I think a really good pick for Japan. Being 1-4, they can get that draft and come up. Usually you do want to start in top 2 as the item box at second place gets. It can be devastating, but Yasuo actually really bumping Casper out of there, and that's a top 3 already on the side of Team Japan, and this is exactly where you want to be, because I've said this a lot of times where after that first ramp, it is pretty hard to catch up unless you get really good luck, a couple blue shells, a couple shocks, but Japan's sitting pretty right now. Going to be seeing if maybe some sort of POW or some other good item will be able to take them out, but for now, should be a clean run, and USA looking to get the shock here, but
looking to avoid the red shell gets it.
They are avoiding these reds like it's their job. So many reds have appeared on Asmac's screen, but yeah, I mean Haller. Besides shock, what else do you think Team USA can do to get back up here?
Yeah,
couple blue shells.
Yeah,
POW.
they really got to hope for blues right now. TF's definitely a track where you want to.
Ooh, that mega.
Just top 3 and run with it, but we do got a mega out of Casper. Looks like he overtakes third.
Yeah.
Trying to get second. Drafts. Avoids the trip. Oh, gets hit by the Nana.
Taken out by the Nana there. Clean shortcut right there from Asmac. Him and Rufus, but blue shell.
They get the blue shell.
Onto Japan. Oh, but Asmac taking out Frozen there with the green shell.
Yeah.
And it's going to be top 2 again for Team Japan.
Yeah, Japan just staying up there all race.
Yeah.
Pretty good by them for sure at TF where you want to do that.
Really surprising, too, because, I mean, I feel like we've seen USA break them up over and over again with, megas, whatever, the blue shell also. But Japan being really resilient to stay up here. I don't see a shock yet on Max POV, so unless he gets it here at the last set, this could be a really clean race for Team Japan. Not going to risk the shortcut there at the end. Smart move on the side of Asmac. Yasuo not risking it as well, though. Could cost him a spot maybe at the end. But no, I think the Daisy finishes, and that's going to be a top 2-4, I think, for Japan.
Yeah.
Really big race from them. Unfortunately, Rufus got taken out by that blue shell. Got 8th place. What can you do? Mario Kart, right?
I know. That's exactly it.
But I feel like in a lot of these wars, we've seen USA North kind of just dominate every single time.
Yeah, so it's actually kind of crazy that it seems like they're having a tough time getting themselves in there right now.
Yeah.
We were probably expecting a much more massive lead right now, and we're definitely not seeing that. In fact, we're seeing a little bit of the opposite.
Yeah.
Another top 2-4 for Japan. Definitely getting the points right now. They should be taking the lead with that too.
Yeah. And before that race, it was 33-28 on the side of US North, so I think Japan may take the lead, a small lead at that. But we're finally seeing somebody that can contend with the US. Well, I guess both teams, huh? Because I feel like both teams have just dominated every single war. They haven't lost yet. So this is going to be interesting to see who loses their first war and to see if match 2 they're able to come back after going down that one war. See if they can be resilient. But I think RBC coming out on the side of Team Japan, walling that Bowser's Castle N64 version. Good start for the draft from 4th to 1st.
So the funny thing about the World Cup this year is it seems like there's a lot of upsets. Mm-hmm. So we might, if that trend continues, we might see the Japan win.
Yeah.
This entire finals.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like they're starting off like that, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, I mean, before people kind of slept on Japan. I feel like nobody really counted them as like a top seed. Even seeing that like maybe Norway, you know, a 2 seed could take them over. Norway being a very strong 2 seed. Australia also surprised a lot of people, winning their matches and becoming the 1 seed out of their group. So a lot of upsets, like you said, happening, and it's been a really fun World Cup to watch so far. I mean, 2 titans going at it right now in the championship. When got Grumble Volcano, Azmact, and Yasuo in first. This is a really good track for Team USA, getting their pick to reset the spots.
Yep, so it looks like we got pretty much the whole lobby taking the cut. Everyone getting the shrooms. They definitely wanted this track.
I mean, that's exactly what happens. Unfortunately for Team Japan, their guy out there that took the cut, Yasuo the Daisy, made the respawn but failed the rock cut. So USA, a lot of top spots right now. Casper does get taken out. A red taking out Azmact. That's a top 2-4 right now. But a blue shot coming out. But this could be dodged as they did take the rock. Oh, but no, going wide to avoid hitting his teammate is Ornan. Very, very good teamwork there. But, yeah, going to be a 1-3 on the side of... Wait, Sean getting taken out. But, and a red... Wait, what is going on?
Wow.
And there we go. We got Frozen making the cut. Having quite a breakaway. But again, lap 3 of Grumble, Azmac coming out of nowhere as well. There's a lot going on in this race. This is awesome. But red shot, Azmac, okay, does have a Nana. Thought he might have had like a shroom or something. Mac just pulled the shock in 9th, so going to be a Team USA shock on this lap 3 unless he doesn't. Wait, Seabass almost going to hit him from what we're seeing. Gets it out of him, gets the shock out of Mac. And wow, Seabass again with a clutch play. Mac not able to avoid him. Let's see if anybody takes the cut or if anybody dodges here at the end.
Looks like there's a couple cut takers.
Azmac, see if he can do it. Oh, the green almost connecting on Frozen.
That shroom is huge.
Oh, that shroom's huge, but Azmac getting first. 1-4 for Team Japan from the looks of it. 1-4-6. Wow, and Seabass again.
I know.
Getting the shock out of Mac. And we've seen USA over and over again just win a lot of their races by huge margins because of the shock.
Yep.
And I think that was going to be the same case here on Grumble. I think USA was going to have a huge race if they had the shock.
That's crazy. That's 2. That's 2 races where Mac lost a shock.
Yeah.
And 1 GP. It's kind of crazy.
That is huge. Wow. And you heard me earlier. I was kind of talking a little bad about Seabass, being like, all right, Roast is Japan's best baggers, what everybody's been saying. So, like, I'm excited to see what Seabass can do.
Yep. I mean, he doesn't look like he's been getting it, but he's been getting it out of the opposing team, which, I mean, could be equally as good.
That's all you need sometimes. But
and sometimes, like, it screws up the entire communication when you have shock and then you don't have shock, and then it, like, can put your whole race in shambles. Right. So that's definitely important if you aren't getting the shock to try your hardest to get it out of the opposing team. Yeah.
Yeah, this could spell trouble for Japan, though, because once USA finally does... I mean, they're getting small race wins, but not huge like they need. Yeah. And, like, USA, I feel like once they get the shock, it might be a different story.
Yeah, once they get the shock and they keep it, you know.
And they keep it.
But, yeah, I definitely agree.
Yeah. Mac, 2 very kind of uncharacteristic mistakes. As you know, we haven't seen that from him. We've seen Mac, you know, get the shock, keep it over and over again, able to dodge his teammates. But unfortunately for Team USA, finding themselves in a tricky situation. As Japan does take the GP by 6 points. That very well could be Team USA North's first GP loss of the whole World Cup.
It really could. Yeah.
That could be it. I could be wrong, but it very well could be the case as well. USA North.
They lost the GP.
Oh, they lost it. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
My man Iric coming in here with the analysis, proving me wrong, saying that USA North did in fact lose a GP to Denmark.
So that's their second GP loss. So
at least
doesn't hurt as much. So might not be a big mental
I wonder if Japan. Has Japan lost the GP yet? That's also another thing.
Yeah, because they've also been stomping through the entire tournament as well. So we got a Sherbeyland pick. Definitely a fun track.
That was hot the way you said that.
Sherbeyland.
Sherbeyland.
Yeah. Isn't that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Sherbeyland. Yeah.
Sherbet. Sorbet. Sorbete for all my Spanish speakers out there.
So definitely a fun track. Very fun to drive on, in my opinion, and definitely what you call a luck track sometimes. Really want the shock here. A lot can happen.
Yeah, no, I think it's super important to get shock here, but as well, if you get trip shrooms or like a golden at the beginning of the race, it's also very runnable.
That's true. You got to hope for no blues 3 laps, and you can actually run the entire race.
Yeah. But Frozen sitting pretty here in this first place. I'm looking now at the bagger POVs. It looks like no shock yet, and they're kind of head-to-head, but Mac does have a little bit of an advantage here. Going to be seeing what Asmac can do here in second place. 2-3 right now for Team Japan. And it's going to be taken out. Blue actually coming out onto Team USA, so going to be seeing if Asmac can do anything to also combo him and get him completely out of that top spot. Actually, Type. Type was connecting with that fib.
Definitely tries the combo. Frozen with the Shrimp in second. Gonna probably try to overtake first here.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna use it at that cut area. Not this turn, but the next turn. Baggers still fighting for the shock. At least from Mac's perspective, he is in 9th. Interesting to see if anyone does have it. Asmac holding the star doesn't chain it, so this could spell doom for Team. Oh, and maybe a possible trolling.
Yeah.
I don't know because he wasn't his line.
And they did have the shock.
That's going to be a Rufus activated. And Asmac both dodging. Yasuo as well dodging. And Asmac with his Mega, I'm not sure if this is what he wanted. I think he wanted some shrooms to be able to get up there. As USA going to be able to hold this 2-3 still. Interested to see if Yasuo... going inside that fit. Oof, that nice racing right now going on. Sean getting taken out?
Yeah.
Does Yasuo have anything, though? Oh, another Mega coming in from Casper there. Gonna be squishing Sean, getting him out of there. It's a 1-3-4. Is he gonna back these Reds? Oh, the bomb!
Oh my God!
Frozen. That's a top 3. Top 3.
Oh my God! No way! The bomb connects on the line.
And he got blued. And he got blued after. He got blued! And he got blued after!
No way! No, we need a replay right now. I don't even care about the rest of the war. We need a replay on that.
No way!
Dude, this is what I'm saying. Sherbeyland always brings out the best of us.
Dude, that got me out of my seat. Holy shit. Whoa. That was nuts. I'm speechless. That was crazy. Holy shit. Okay, I think Type got last there,
but it's worth it.
Yeah.
You know?
That was a top 3. That was a top 3 from Japan. That bomb snipe, who threw it? Was that Yasuo? That was Yasuo, I think. Threw that bomb snipe onto Frozen. Bombed Frozen on the line.
Top 3, top 37. Sean actually got 8th, probably from when he was getting comboed back there. Wow.
Top 3-7 for Team Japan. That was nuts. I'm gonna lose my voice by the end of this. This is crazy.
That was by far the most hype race.
Yeah.
Like
one of the best ones of the World Cup, I think. That was crazy.
And we were literally just saying that Japan, like, yeah, they're like doing a little like chip lead here and there, but like they really need to do like a big, you know, a heavy duty race, a nice top, you know, whatever, and they just did that.
Yeah.
So you ate your words right off the jump.
Right. Yeah. I get proven wrong. I get a lot of commentators curse on these things, but you know what? I enjoy it. I enjoy seeing the opposite happen in me eating my words. But yeah, that bomb snipe from Yasuo was crazy, bananas. And then Frozen gets blued afterwards.
I know.
That's ridiculous. I would love to have seen Frozen's POV there too.
Yeah.
Like, that was the best POV obviously, but like I want to see.
That was pretty perfect.
Yeah.
Front row seat to the entire.
That was awesome. Oh, wow. Nice pull. Wow, that is perfect for Frozen.
Got the Mega in first while has the TC. Gonna be using this here to take cut. That's gonna be a breakaway there for Frozen. He's actually gonna build a substantial lead from this.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be running unless he gets blued.
That's like the one time you ever want a Thundercloud in Mario Kart Wii is right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, gonna be looking to smoothly run here, but bottom 3 for USA. So going to be seeing if they can do anything to catch up here, as they do need to help Frozen there. Going to be seeing if anything's doing with the shock yet. Our baggers are both going at it. Looking at the mini-map, I think they're still going back. I'm not exactly sure what's happening. One Funky Kong turns around, goes forward. I'm confused about the strategy here, but looks like Mac is winning in 10th. Seabass possibly has it in 9th already. And
yeah, and we're seeing a trend here with Azmac. Another star in 8th. He's definitely looking to dodge to win in this war. Another luck track. They didn't have it, though.
No, that's a Team USA shock.
Yep.
That has to be a Team USA shock, but again, yeah, Mac did have the shock. That is Team USA. Gonna be seeing if Azmac's able to catch up here, but Frozen again, just sitting pretty with that front run. This is gonna be devastating, I believe, for Team Japan, as they get 5. Oh,
wow,
that was top 4.
Wow,
that was top 4 for Team USA.
I did not think that was top 4 until
that was top 4
until I saw that was top 4.
Wow.
That's kind of crazy.
Oh my God! Yes, Sherbeyland's gone.
They just reversed that and won.
Wow. And it's like I said before, once USA actually uses a shock, it's going to be devastating.
Yep.
And that's exactly what happened on this race. That's a top 4 for Team USA, man.
Wow. Is that their first shock of the war?
Yeah. That's the first shock they've used in this war, I'm pretty sure.
It's actually kind of crazy that it's exactly halfway through the war and that was their first shock.
Yeah.
Like
which is uncharacteristic. Uncharacteristic,
I feel like it is.
like I've said.
Yeah.
Wow. We have a war on our hands, folks. This is incredible.
I mean, it looks like Mac is getting the 10th. That's a little bit of a slack. You know, that 1 point could matter. So
that is true. The 1 point, so it's going to be a top.
You got to seem top 4, but come on, dude. You got to pick up the slack. you got to get the 9th there.
You do need the 9th there, but it is a top 4-10 for Team USA. That's exactly what they needed, and that just goes to show, man, that USA, once they're down, this happened against England too, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah.
That happened against England too, where England was down. England was up, and USA North was down. But USA North, they just kept battling and would get back in it. And that's just how they are. They're a very resilient bunch. And we've seen it over and over again from them, that when they do go down, a shock will get you back in it.
Yep, shock to win. Shock to win.
That is the story of Mario Kart, folks.
It's the name of the game.
Shock to win.
Get the lightning bolt and get top 10.
And you know, it's unfortunate when teams get it in 9th place and you feel like you've been duped, but
true.
BC Wii coming out on the side of Team USA North. That is exactly the pick they wanted, but Azmac sneaking in here, trying to break up that top, and you know, that's exactly the strat that USA imposes. They get every single item and they just backspam immediately, but Azmac not gonna hold back at all.
Yeah, USA is very happy to get BC Wii here. They started top 4, a track you want to just start top 4 on and keep it all race.
Mm-hmm.
The first non-luck track of the GP, and it looks like they started off super well here. No one really got caught in the mix, and they're all pretty much still up here.
Oh, but Azmac taking over first, and don't forget that Team Japan does have that Daisy and Yasuo, who does make the glitch pretty much every time that he goes for it. So, but it doesn't look like they made it this time. Still in the back, we see that Daisy head, but Azmac has single-handedly broken up that USA top 4.
Yeah, it is actually really good that he did that, because they were literally, I think, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Which is pretty sick.
And now Type is up here as well. So that's, the fib coming out, but it looks like Type is going to die to these reds from Ornan. Avoids it around the pillars. Avoiding these greens. Type is all, Ornan gets and then the red gets taken
Oh my
out.
goodness.
Wait,
so we have Frozen in second now. Azmac's still in first.
What is going on?
The pack is still really tight for BC Wii. No one super broke away. Sometimes you see people playing around the shortcut and getting huge leads off that.
Mm-hmm. That's what Yasuo's going to try to do now. I believe Yasuo actually not going for glitch again. So this is
you think it's nerves, or you think he's trying to be safe?
I don't know. Maybe he's failing. Maybe actually just failing it with shrooms. I don't know, but he's not going for it. I feel like that's huge for Team Japan to not be doing that for Yasuo. But 1-4 right now for Team Japan, doing a really good job so far of breaking up those top spots.
Frozen going back in the second.
And
looks like Azmac is pulling away a little bit here. Goes for the power red, doesn't connect at all.
Mac just hit the thwomp, so it does not have the shock. Could get it at this set here. Seabass was also still going backwards, so I don't believe any of the baggers have shock yet. Unless Mac was able to pull it right there. But for now, Asmac getting kind of a free run. Yasuo, let's see. Wait, got taken out by something
Did
there.
he get blued? He got blued, yeah. Still maintaining the first, though.
Oh,
not
Frozen's
for long.
going to be taking him over. Yasuo failed the glitch. We do see him in last getting taken out by
fibs
that
him in the
Fib as
mouth, and then he
well.
gets caught himself.
This could be huge. Type needs to clutch it out for Team Japan here, but this is going to be huge for Team USA North. That's another. Ooh, Sean getting taken out. That's a top 3, though, for Team USA North. Almost another top 4. And USA pulling away with it.
Yeah, see, this is the issue. I feel like the big difference between the two teams is USA can consistently be good, whereas Japan, like, they have their good races.
Right.
But you can't depend on them to get their top spots every single race.
Yeah. And there was no shock there either. But yeah, you know, we saw Japan do a really good job of, at least Asmac. Asmac for sure carried that race. He broke up that top 4 immediately, got them out of there, got blued, and then unfortunately on the last turn, played it really risky, trying to take over Frozen there for that first place. And as you said, ate a fib to the face on that last turn.
Yep, something I'm very used to doing on this game. You know, something I'm not used to giving to other people in this game. But not a good feeling, especially when you're rounding the corner right before the finish line.
Yeah, that's tough. But almost a top 4.
Time to hit the fib.
Almost a top 4, but Sean got taken out by one thing or another. But that's a top 3-6 for Team USA North. And they're back in it.
Back in it. They're just in the lead.
Sorry. They were already back in it.
Yeah, they're just going to... They might run away with it now. This is good for their mental. The war is in the latter half. Like, this might just be it. Yeah. They might just take off.
They might take off.
Maybe they just needed, like, the first half of the war to get their rhythm, and then just now...
They scored a goal in about the 60th minute, and they're now flying away and doing the circular mouth thing.
I mean, Japan only has so many Sherbet lands up their sleeve.
Yes.
The bomb was practiced.
Well, they did get Mushroom Gorge. That's kind of a short... say it again?
Sherbet land.
Sherbet land.
Yeah. Yeah, this could be, like, slightly considered a luck-based track. Definitely revolved around the cut at the end, the gap hop with the shrooms. And then there's like a lot of lightning bolt action usually going on at the shrooms in the end, so people falling off left and right. Yep. So we'll see what happens here, though. So,
some would even consider this to be a quote-unquote custom track.
True.
But for the wonky physics that we've seen over and over again on this track.
Asmac and Frozen are both back here. Frozen's got his shrooms. He's going to definitely try to go for the gap hop.
Yeah, wants to get up there with this gap hop. I mean, I feel like at this point in the race where we're at right now is when the pack starts to spread out. And we're seeing that happen right now. Actually, top 7 kind of close, but 8th is more or less out of there.
Yeah.
Maybe they're holding the bill or something that can bring them up there. But for now, we're seeing a top 2 on the side of Team USA. Top 4, actually. So
yeah, and Frozen's just doing the classic. Try to hold the 3 shrooms, get him first set, and take a shroom, a gap hop per lap, and then...
Blue shell.
Sean gets blued. Is he on? He looks like he's on.
He's on there, yeah. But, yeah, not going to be too happy taking that blue shell.
Asmac's still in 8th. He's been back here most of the race, it looks like. Golding up. Caught up to the pack, though.
Yep, going to be up here now, but it's still a top 2 for Team USA. Baggers don't see any shock yet on Max POV. He is in 9th, so Seabass with a sizable lead there in 10th place. See if he can pull the shock, because, man, Japan needs it right now to get back.
Oh, the trip shrooms. He really wants these.
Nice trip shroom pull.
If he could work really well around the mushrooms with these, he could maybe slide in the first.
This could be huge
he
there.
really wants some good hops with these shrooms.
Frozen going to the left.
Gonna probably use one here.
Does Frozen get a shroom?
He's going to go for the hop. Oh, my God.
Mac was
That's
able
Max
to get
shock. Wow. TS's him right before the gap. And
Ornan getting first. Yeah, Asmac got target shocked, but that was, I believe, at least a top 2 for Team USA. That was a very... Mac clutching it out with a 9th place shock there. Gets another 9th place shock, so Seabass with a little unluckiness there, but that's the name of the game. That's how Mario Kart goes. Sometimes
he's definitely showing his wall riding skills.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
But what happened there is Seabass kept going back, and Mac went forward to the first set, and he had a bunch of boxes to spam from. So higher probability if you're just spamming boxes, whereas Seabass was still racing. And, you know, unfortunately for him, Mac was able to get it there, clutch it for his team. And
yeah, and they get the TS right off while USA was top 2 on to TS on Asmac, then perfect.
Yeah.
Although I did see Casper spinning a bit. I don't know what ended up happening to him there at the end.
I think he still got like a 5th place or something, but yeah, it looks like we're seeing a top 2-5 from Team USA. So
with the shock, they are also allowed to just swap basically Ornan and Casper while screwing over Asmac. So
yeah,
definitely a great shock for them.
Yeah, no, it worked out for them 100%. And I've said this a lot of times that Team USA has just been very good at executing. When they when they get the tools that they need, they are very good with executing. And that's exactly what we're seeing now. And I mean, we've seen it the whole time. We've seen it over and over again in this World Cup that Team USA North, Shock, POW, Blue, whatever it may be, like prime. Very, very good usage of their items.
So heading into GP3, we got USA actually getting their lead further and further, up about 40-ish, which is going to be pretty tough for Japan to come back from. Only 4 races. They're going to want probably some more luck tracks because that's been working out the best for them, I feel like.
Yeah, I don't know, because I feel like with Team Japan, I feel like they're very comfortable with front running. I feel like running is like their forte, and they want to pick running tracks. Also, for you to eat your words, MC3 luck track USA North got top 4.
That's true.
So luck track did not go Team Japan's way there.
But I feel like nothing in the last 6 races has gone their way. It was like the bomb on Sherbet, and then it's just been downhill.
Yeah, you're right.
I feel like we jinxed them by like playing them up so much.
You know what? That's all right. Someone's got to win this war. And then in the second war, we cheer for the other team to win so that we can see a game 3. That's usually how these go.
True.
So, you know, as long as if one team wins, we'll cheer for the other one in the second one.
You know what? I'm down for that.
Yeah.
If that's what you want to do, I'll do it.
That's been Irik's strategy too in the past couple of these matches, which works out.
You know what?
Hopefully you want it to work out at least.
Yeah, and USA, they don't need another win. They won last year. Who cares?
Pretty much the same exact roster, but
Pretty much, yeah.
Let's see if they can do a repeat of that, as we do see them in top 2-4 right now on RBC. Very good running track, very good. Oh, nice snipe from Rufus onto Sean there.
Frozen hits the wall off that, and he slides into second.
We're going to see what Team Japan can do to come back here, as it is pretty hard to catch up here, and it's very easy to get taken out by backspam. So many small little corridors where people can get taken out. Mac currently winning that bagging battle by quite a bit. And we're going to see if he can pull it here. But don't think he was able to, looking at his POV. Asmac going to be dangerous with these trip reds.
Trying to red everybody in the lobby.
I think Rufus is in first place. I think he is. I think it's a top 2 for Team Japan right now. But yeah, Mac winning that bagging battle, making the stair. Whoa!
Everybody flipping. Oh my God, 2 USA members.
What was that? That's a top 4 right now for Team Japan from a triple flip. Man, if they were like a synchronized swim team, that would have been perfect. That's a perfect 10 right there, if I'm the judge. Oh my God,
making them flip again.
Did he get Ornan too? No, not able to get Ornan, but Blue Shell. Oh, he was able to get someone there. Blue Shell coming
starting
out.
up and redding.
Ooh, Asmac getting taken out, you know, after
take 5th.
Taking everyone else out. Asmac finally gets taken out himself. Yasuo getting taken out by a Blue Shell. Or Rufus, I think it was. But and Japan falling kind of behind here now. As USA somehow takes over top 2.
Yeah, that was looking perfect for them for like literally a couple seconds, and then all of a sudden they're just in shambles.
I'm surprised what happened. We saw a triple backflip on the side of Team USA.
Yeah.
And it's quite turned around from one Blue Shell. So going to be seeing if our baggers can get the shock here. We don't see anything on the side of Mac yet. Seabass just fell off as well. So shockless RBC possibly so far. But Mac is at that first set going to be spamming boxes. Seabass also going forward. So maybe. And Frozen and Rufus getting taken out by a green shell. A lot of simultaneous players getting taken out by one item.
A lot of acrobatics this race, for sure.
That's what we're seeing. But we do see Asmac and Type in 3-4. No shock coming out at all. Team USA in top 2. And it looks like it's going to stay that way. But shock does come out. And it's a dodge from Frozen, looking to be a top 3.
Wow.
And that is
Gets
that.
In the 3rd.
Top 4. Top 4
goodness.
for Team USA North again.
I know.
What is going on?
It's just, Yeah, ever since Sherbet, it's just a curse. Do not pick that in the next war. Just don't pick it. I get that you guys did good on it. Just don't pick it.
Wow. And I jinxed that. I said no shock this race, and it turns out the shock was exactly what USA North needed, as Frozen dodging to the line there, and a Thundercloud taking Casper as well, so they finish in that top 4. And USA pulling away with it.
I can't believe that lap 2 still. Japan was just, like, I thought they were just going to top 4 the race from lap 2. And then lap 3, USA literally top 4s.
Yeah.
So it's crazy how much the race can change with one lightning bolt.
Yeah.
And a couple outplays and flips here and there.
Outplays and flips. That is one way to describe it.
That was probably the most flipping I've ever seen on RBC.
Okay. Yeah. No, that was crazy. It was like one backspammed item. Might have been like a green shell or something from Yasuo onto 3. One green shell kills 3 USA North members. And they are somehow able to bounce back from that. First of all, they somehow got into top 2 while Team Japan was top 4. I mean, there was one blue shell. You have to wonder what happened to the other members. Like,
one blue shell should not be enough to take out an entire lineup.
Yeah. Yeah. It was just like reverse top 4.
So I'm definitely curious more of the what exactly happened up there to like the fact that they just dismantled their entire team that easily.
And they're opting for the Rainbow Road and DK Mountain picks.
Rainbow Road, definitely a good pick. Like, when you're already losing by a lot and the war is pretty much over, good pick for the music, you know? You get the vibes. Just listen to the song and jam out.
Oh, my track. Delfino? No.
Oh.
Delfino.
Yeah, we got the Rainbow Road, and probably the second best song in the game, in my opinion, behind Delfino.
No way.
What's behind Delfino?
Coconut Mall's kind of a banger.
No shot. No shot.
It's kind of a banger.
Rainbow Road, when it gets into like...
Grumble's my number 2.
How does Grumble even go? I don't even...
Go like...
It's even worse than what I thought it was.
So good. Anyways.
Back in the Rainbow Road.
We have Rainbow Road. Again, USA starting in top 4, but Frozen opting to go back a little bit. But still... Oh, let's see if this bomb is dangerous from Azmax. Taking up both of
my
them!
goodness!
Oh my god!
Snipes him with the invisible bomb.
No.
Goes right in the first.
Invisible
and he's just
bomb.
chilling. Look at him go.
Wow.
He doesn't care anymore.
Yeah, and Rufus right behind him.
Yep, they got the top 2 going.
Top 2 going. That was amazing. What a snipe. We've been seeing snipes left. There is so much action in this war. It's amazing.
This is definitely a good matchup in terms of that.
Yeah, that was clutch. And that's exactly what Team Japan needs to get back into this. They need those top spots. And they're occupying a lot. I think they're top 4 again. If I'm not... No. Okay, Type actually back here in 6, but at least like a top 2-4 from the side of Team Japan. And going to be interesting to see who can get shock here, but I don't think either of our baggers are going to risk it until the very end. But yeah, definitely, advise against Seabass going for shock for sure. Mac possibly going to be needing at some point, but it is a little early in the race. We could see a lot of blue shells come out for Team USA North. Unless Type is holding it. Very high possibility, as we haven't seen him use any items. And that would be huge. That would be huge if Team USA North was not able to get a blue shell. But I think Yasuo falling a little bit behind into 5th or 6th place now. But I think still a top 2 if I'm not mistaken on the side.
Yeah,
of
but
Team
honestly, Japan just they need a top 4.
No, okay, Sean teleporting, coming back into 3rd place. That
Frozen
bomb?
with that
almost
my
snipes
God,
himself. Gets Ornan. Gets his own teammate with it.
The sidearm, the curveball. Wow, that was an interesting throw, but definitely worth the gamble. It doesn't matter. They're up a lot. Couple races left.
Yeah, no, you could definitely go for that. Unless, Japan does something huge here, but they need to get Sean out of 3rd place.
They really do. They really need top 4 here if they want a shot at winning this war.
At least top 3. But I think Type, again, it might be stuck holding the blue. So for him to come back in this race might be close to impossible. Unless he's able to throw that blue. I mean, even now he could throw it. And I don't think it would hit Azmax.
Azmac just running the entire race off that invisible bomb snipe.
Him and Rufus.
Kind of crazy.
Him and Rufus both. Top 2.
You can just carry an entire race off one play
also
like that.
bombing Frozen out of there. But
that's huge.
Type not able to come back. Wait, the Bill?
Oh my God! Passes him like
Type
by a centimeter.
Top 2, 4, 5, I think.
That's decent, but is it enough? How many races are left? That's race 10. So
yeah, so we got 2 more. Top 2, 4, 5 is good, but
that's good. But they really need like top the next 2 races if they even think they want to win this war.
I'm curious if Type was holding out the whole race. I feel like he was not, though. I don't know what, but I just didn't really see him using items that whole time in the bottom.
I agree with that.
But yeah, top 2, 4, 5 for Team Japan, and that is a big race for them.
That's huge.
They needed that really bad. And we've seen so many snipes from Team Japan so far. And then was that maybe the one snipe we see from Team USA is onto their own teammate.
I mean, he had Onovi's like slightly trolling with that. He was mid-turn and just like there was a curveball. I don't even think I saw where it went.
Yeah.
It just like
that's how Frozen is, though. Frozen's just a very aggressive player in general. Like, throws his items willy-nilly sometimes, but
I mean, if he hit that, he would have said calculated. He would have said 100% calculated.
Yeah, it would have been calculated 100% in the chat. But yeah, Team Japan still down quite a lot. It's 283 to 327.
So it looks like the U.S. is opting to try to pick Mumu here. Japan's going for the mountain.
I like the Mumu pick, but yeah, I like it a lot.
Actually, a 40-point gap now from that race.
Yeah.
So if we see like a big race from Japan, we could see a tight war.
Top 4 is plus. Well, let's see. Top 4-9 is a plus
like
31.
30, yeah, so
plus 30, top 4-10 is plus 29.
So at least the top 3 here for like a nice winnable war.
Nice start. That's tough. That's a tough star there because there's a lot of lag between these two teams. I mean, for USA to hit, okay. Oh my God, almost stars his teammate there. Getting really risky there on Mac's part. Let's see if Sebas is able to get the shock here. If Mac is able to catch him. Sebas, I believe, not using anything, so. Oh, hitting the cow. He did have the bill. So Mac.
Breakaway 10.
Having a free box here. Gets a star. But 1-3-4 right now for Team Japan, as we see running in the pack. But again, a lot of race left to be played here.
Yep.
As Mumu Meadows, notoriously known for like a shock lap 3 track where you can just dodge everyone.
Pretty much, and especially with a pack like this, like no one's going anywhere right now. If there is a shock this race, that's going to change the race.
Mac
doesn't look like Mac has it yet, though.
No, I believe not, and he actually just pushed Frozen into the wall. So some bad luck for Mac right now. You know, he's been in 10th pretty much the whole time and unable to get the shock so far. We see him in a star again, still going back. And this could be a big race for Japan if they're able to maintain these spots.
Frozen shrimming up. We're on lap 3, so it looks like there's probably not going to be a shock here.
Wait, could this be a Japan shock? That's the real question.
Japan's all up there. Are they top?
They're top 2 at least.
4?
Top 3?
Top 3-ish?
Oh,
Sean sneaking in there. Did they get top? They got top 2, 4 maybe?
Yeah, I don't know exactly because
very close. Yeah, photo finish.
Could have been a lot of lag. So,
that's true. They really want the top 3.
That's top 3, that's huge.
Japan wants the top 3.
That's ginormous.
At the very least, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, this is going to be a really crucial scoreboard right here coming up. If it's top 2, 4, then it's all right. If it's a top 3, it's pretty impactful. But Sean did sneak in there at the end.
Looks like he snuck in the 3rd. Yeah, he did. So we got the top 2, 4, 7. It's going to put them behind like 20-ish.
I'm not even sure. I don't even know if it would be that much, honestly.
Looks like they're behind now 26. So
good race for them.
Yeah.
27 now. You see the change.
Oh, yeah. A couple more points going in there.
Tell me. Down 27. Top 4, 9 wins you the race.
Yeah, they lost.
What track do you go here?
Oh, that's not what you're going to ask. Yeah, they lost. Probably just... I think they should just re-pick the sherbet for the meme. Win the sherbet again. Completely flex on them. Say, hey, we're way better than you at Sherbet Land. Then go into the next war with those spirits. And just completely crushing NA's mental. I think that's what they should do.
We see a Shy Guy. Ghost Valley.
We got a lot of... This is just RNG simulator.
Oh.
Apparently...
Irik's excited back there.
I don't think anyone cares anymore. We got
Vamos Japan. We're getting Vamos Japan tweets. Tweets? Oh, that's that. They lost off the track pick. I mean, I've seen USA North dominate this track over and over again. I think this is going to be a hard one for Japan. They are starting out in great spots for it. They're top 2-4. Like, you can't ask for much better. And yeah, they have a guy in the back, too, to get shrooms. But USA North also can get a lot of shrooms and catch up. And cause some havoc here at the beginning, which we've seen over and over again. So there's going to be some havoc right now with this bomb. The sidearm. The sidearm.
Oh, my God. Is that,
no. Does not get anybody with the sidearm.
The curveballs haven't been working out. They should just stick to their roots. Get the nice, clean snipes that we've been seeing earlier in the war.
Back the bomb card? Does not back the bomb. Oh, but back shot in the face instead. And that's going to be a top 2 for Team Japan. But we've seen this over and over again. Oh,
he's got to avoid this. Yeah, which he will.
Oh, he got it. But, yeah, we've seen this over and over again where Japan starts out strong with a run and does not end so hot. So let's see if they're...
Oh, he hit someone.
He hit somebody with that green. Shock already coming out. And that's a dodge from Ornan.
Yeah.
And Rufus. So 2, 3, 4. But, man, if they want any hope at winning this war, they need to get Ornan out of there 100%.
They need a blue shell. Because are they 2, 3, 4 right now?
They need 2. Because Yasuo, the Team Japan Daisy, is in 7th as well. So need Yasuo to get up there. But, again, plenty of time still. But a really good early shock from Team USA there. That's what they needed to get back into it. Dodging Rufus as well. But, you know, if you get one guy up there that gets first place, that's all you need. But
I think the blue shell, and then, like, if Yasuo chains, like, a blue shell into a dodge.
Ooh, a shock for Mac.
He's got it again. Wow.
I think this is GG.
Yeah, that's 2 shocks in one race for them. Pretty huge. I think this is curtains. And Ornan's still just going uncontested in first.
Yeah.
Not getting blued yet.
It is looking super tough for Team USA right now.
And at this point, he's on boost pad, so blue won't even do as much as Japan needs it to do.
Yeah, this is looking hard, and it's looking like a Team USA North match 1 win. Oh, but the bomb card gets 2 of them. Yasuo in 5th, but yeah, they're just not going to use it. Wow. Wow, Yasuo also getting 5th. If they just got Ornan out of there, that could have been it.
Oh my God,
that could have been it.
If they could have just, they needed a blue shell.
Yeah.
More than even shock, they need the blue shell. Real bad. Maybe 2 to blue him twice, but I don't even think they would have had to. Just 1 blue shell and potential top 4.
I'd like to see Frozen. Wow. I'd like to see Frozen tweet his way out of hitting that car this time. See if it can happen.
I honestly think that was worth it.
Yeah. It worked
because
out.
Ornan would have still got first anyways. Ornan still wouldn't have got blued anyways.
That is true. If it was a top 4, top 4 9 would have won the war for Team Japan.
They got the 9 too. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That war is actually so much closer than it looks because 1 blue shell could have potentially changed the entire thing.
Oh, 100%.
Into a win.
But 373 to 359 is the final score. And I think that's the closest war that USA North has had. That's the closest anyone's come to beating them so far. Japan as well. I mean, their first loss of the tournament. Impressive stuff from them to actually come back. They were down, what, like 50-ish at one point?
Yeah, they were like up like 20, 30s like in the first half of the war, and then they were like down 50s, 60s all of a sudden, and then they were coming back. Another GP, who knows what would have happened.
Yeah, no, that was
or 1 blue shell.
That was just a really good show from both teams.
Yeah.
You know, USA won the first one. But I think we're rooting for Japan in this house for the team for match 2, as we do want to see a match 3.
We definitely want to see a match 3. So
we saw the.
I'm getting my Team Japan shirt actually.
Yeah, I'm wearing my shirt too. We saw. I mean, last year USA won it 2-0, and it was a little disappointing not getting a match 3.
Yeah.
So if they would throw on purpose this next one, would be nice. But you know. We're going to see if Team Japan has what it takes to bring it back and take a match off USA North.
I think it's promising that war was so close.
Yeah.
Because it just shows that Japan could win the next war if they can like get their lead at the beginning that they got, but not like fall apart in the middle of the war like they did here.
Honestly, yeah. Sometimes Mario Kart is just like a game of runs and momentum. It's
exactly.
Whoever has that. So, but yeah, really strong showing from both teams. I'm excited for match 2. Hope you guys are too. Hope you're having a great Saturday night. And thanks for tuning in. But gonna cut it to a little break before we get into our second match. Don't go anywhere, and we'll see you on the racetrack.
Yep, we'll see you in a bit.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? We are back with the cast going into match 2 of Japan and USA North. Exciting stuff. Very close match for the first one. I think 373 to 359 in USA North's favor. And I am joined by my main man, the man behind the production and the microphone and all this stuff, Eirik. Welcome to the cast, my man.
Howdy. It's good to be here, really. It's good to be here.
We're happy to have you on your own cast.
Yes, it took me a while enough, but I mean, from what we saw, we have a lot of good things happening here. Both these teams really have a lot going for them, but at least for Japan, I think what we saw there in Game 1 was a lot of resilience, more than maybe some people might have expected. Because I don't know, USA North has been just on this whole other different level.
Yeah.
And like it's been hard to fathom a team being able to keep within their grasp. And I know that a lot of the match that we just saw was like, kind of a difference, between the two teams for a good portion of that war. But Japan has something to prove. Now, we did notice a sub change, right, Brawley?
Yeah, I was just going to mention that, actually. So we have Ornan getting subbed out for Revan, and we have Edison subbing in for Sean. So, we've seen Ornan and Revan kind of rotating in and out. Usually, that's just what they've been doing the whole time throughout this whole World Cup, getting people the chance to play. But Edison in for Sean is an interesting change, as Sean has been, key member of this USA North team. It is getting kind of late in the States. It's 1:20, so could be that he had to go to sleep, and Edison subbing in now. But Edison, nothing to gawk at. Edison, a great player as well. So, I mean, USA North in general with a lot of depth, and it's going to show here. And we're going to be Sebas actually getting subbed out for Roast here. So excited to see what we have in the bagging battle. But we do see Max POV over here does have the shock. So going to be a Team USA North shock going into this lap 3 of DDR. Frozen whoa, a lot of stuff happening to Frozen there. Getting taken out. Going to be sent to last place. And a lot of Japan in the top here. Going to be seeing what they can do. We do see a second place. I believe it's like a 2-3-4 right now for Team Japan. Casper holding it up in first place. It's going to be a shocker from Team USA at the end, though. Into boxes here, I believe. Unless a Team Japan member uses a dodge. Nothing happening, though. And our green back, but nothing connecting. And it's a 2-3-4-5. Somebody did sneak in. I think it was Revan may have sneaked in at the end there, but maybe it was not enough. I think it might have been a 2-3-4-5 for Team Japan. And I don't know. I'm confused as to why there was no shock there. Didn't see anything happen. Usually we see it go into last set there, especially at the end, but perhaps a Team Japan member was able to use a dodge to prevent the shock from coming there. But I expected a big race from USA North, but instead it's a big race for Team Japan to start off the second war.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of what we saw a little bit from last war is, Japan getting a good start, right? So nothing too different here. Like you said, the DDR shock generally, like, it either comes in super predictably, either around, like, the end of lap 2, where everyone loves taking advantage of that, like, ultra shortcut. That's pretty, expected sometimes. And then otherwise, it is a last box, yeah, as you said it, shock. But nothing quite seen just yet. So we'll be curious to see how things pan out on the next race here. Looks like Japan is going to be voting for the NC4BC, having a lot of the spots behind first place, generally a track picked by teams looking to draft up on, use the spots behind top spot to draft up on them. Yeah.
No, definitely. I would say the best track, honestly, for 2-3-4-5 is RBC, but USA wanting this Grumble Volcano for the reset, but not getting it, as we did see Grumble pay off in the last war for them. We're able to break those top spots from the beginning, but going to be seeing this N64 Bowser's Castle come out, and Japan going to be looking to get those drafts, as you were saying before, Eirik, and see what they can do to come back here. But again, we remember last time we saw this race was an incredible course of acrobatic events that we saw take place, with a lot of backflips going on from on the side of Team USA North with one green connecting on 3 of them, but they were able to somehow get top 4 in the end. So going to be seeing if Team Japan can do anything to break this up, as we do see Yasuo fighting in the top here with Revan and
somehow. Like, draft after draft. Ooh. Oh, the Fib snipe is so big. Job well done on USA, because he was the only one really for Japan, and this is going to be a really tough start for them now.
Yeah, and that's incredible for Frozen. Having that Shrimp first and having 2 of his teammates behind him to backspam, this is this is a gift for him. This is what he's hoping for.
Yeah.
And we do see one member also way in the back there, one Funky Kong. So
yeah.
This is top 4, I think, right now for Team USA at the beginning.
One thing I want to note here, I mean, Mac has actually been losing the bagging battle, I think, from difficulties. You see on the mini map, kind of, there's 2 spots where the bagger tries going backwards, or has to like kind of respawn, and he missed one of them. Shock will come out, so I am curious what has happened on the other end of things. It actually might have been a spoiler, because I think Mac is a little bit ahead of everyone else. So we will see a Shock happening at the end of this lap.
And a Blue Shell.
Blue Shell coming in. Okay. Well, I think that is USA. So Japan getting both the Blue Shell and the Shock. You have to think they maybe have at least something cooking here. They're going to let them shroom through the cut. Maybe use the Shock now.
Get those greens getting. Let's see if they connect on Revan and Frozen. No, but the Shock does come out. The spoiler was there. 2 Funky Kongs dodging. They're coming up. We do see Type.
That's big.
As well as Casper. So Casper able to predict that Shock as well, but Team Japan way in 10th place, and it will be able to get a second one.
This is a massive cluster. I don't know what to really expect. Az slowing down maybe a little bit too much. It gets the golden, but was it worth it? You're going to go for the shortcut here. Go for the bounce off the wall for the swag points, I guess. Yeah, I literally thought it was lap 3. I thought it was like I've had my adrenaline. I've had my adrenaline going. Yeah. This is like even just thinking that the action that we saw here. Interesting that they would use lap 2 Shock, right? Because sometimes it can go the other way of using it too early and then the other team gets it. I know that Shock just comes in, and I don't think that's Mac in 9th place. So I don't think that's
Type.
It's Type moving up, so this could be another big race for Japan just off that dodge alone.
And we do see this top 2 from Japan. And, we question if maybe they could have used it in a better spot to get them, but a nice banana onto Frozen there to get him into the... Ooh, and Casper's going to be careful here, but yeah, still a bottom 2 right now for Team Japan. Going to be seeing if they can come back here. And Yasuo actually falling off there from the looks of it. He is dead last. And I think it's going to be... There's actually another Funky Kong pressuring that top 2, so... Let's see if Japan's able to hold that top 2. Not too sure. But it's going to be at least a 1-3 for Team Japan and a bottom 2.
Yeah, that's actually insane, at least to get 2 Shocks. I don't think we've seen Japan get 2 Shocks in one race yet, right? We saw kind of those sparks in performance from Mac like last match.
Yeah.
But we're seeing it here at the beginning of this match, which, I mean, we've seen before how lethal Mac has been as a bagger. He's been... I mean, in some cases where we've seen U.S. North play in the bracket, he's been kind of the difference. I mean, we look at U.S. North versus England, the semifinals round, and that was like the Mac show, really. So to be able to have a leg up on Mac, really guiding Japan here to a strong start.
Yeah, and there it is, that top 2, bottom 2 for Team Japan. And another race win for them starting here. But, yeah, that roast sub proving to be huge for them, getting those shocks. And I feel like it's rare to see Mac using 9th place bills and getting such a, getting the other bagger getting such an advantage on him. So very, very interesting to see what's going on so far. I feel like you said, Eric, we've had seen Mac kind of uncontested in the past couple wars actually, and but Rose proving he can keep up and proving he's doing a great job for Team Japan. Roast a newer player in the scene, right, more or less.
He's kind of been, I think, the big story for Japan this year was like kind of having that missing piece of the puzzle,
right? Where,
I mean, don't get me wrong, Sebas has been a really good bagger, and I think definitely improved from last year.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think just the bagging situation last year wasn't as ideal, and I think whether it was Roast not being there or their baggers leveling up just in general over the last year, that's what's really stuck out about this Japanese team. They had all the skill, the talent, the mechanics at the front, and it's really come together in the back as well.
Yeah. I mean, also Japan, kind of a relatively newer roster as well. I mean, last year they had a lot of players. They had like 9. I think Pachu as well. 2 top players that aren't playing on this roster.
Right.
And we're seeing them replaced by players like Azmag, Yasuo. I believe Type was on the team last year as well. But yeah, it's been a really interesting Japan team, and I feel like overall, like, better communication, better bagging as well from both Sebas and Roast.
Yeah,
and, it's taking them to the top here.
But
really is. Coconut Mall pretty good track, I would say, for top 2, bottom 2, but also for the mid spots that Team USA has, as we do see in the top 2 there. Getting shrooms, able to come up here.
The thing about Coconut Mall is that, I mean, yes, there is that shortcut, but it is so difficult for some reason. It doesn't add up in my head why it's so difficult to come back on this track, but it just is. And the first 20, 30 seconds are so important. You already see Frozen and Revan getting a start, and that's exactly why you see Az just burning through these items, because he knows that you cannot let them get ahead like this at all.
Yeah, it's really hard to come back after that first shortcut on lap 1.
Yeah,
it happens every single time.
Because trimming through it's negligible, the amount of distance you gain. It's just not quite enough that in comparison to other bigger shortcuts in the game like BC3 whatever.
Exactly, and we're seeing that right now as we do see our top 2 players broken away.
Mac got shocked too. Mac got shocked. So one of the things about Coconut Mall, it's one of those courses where you can't really go backwards. So baggers kind of take their chances at the taking an item box, hoping that they get it in 9th. Maybe they even push the bagger on their screen to be in 9th, past the item box so they can get it in 10th. Either way, Mac's going to have it. I wonder how this is going to pan out. I mean, US North have top 2 here. There's no reason to really use it right now.
Yeah. I mean, they're top 3. They're
top
gone
3,
right now.
Yeah.
There is literally zero reason for them to use it, and this is exactly what they need to get back into it. Being down 16, you might be, they're pulling away, but again, the resilient team of Team USA North is their resilience is incredible. We've just seen it over and over again, them being able to come back, and it's happening right now. This top 3 break on Coconut Mall is amazing, and no blue shells on the side of Team Japan as well. Going to be really hard for them to come back here.
Yeah, and I feel like maybe Mega's activated behind. I wonder if that's a USA member. Shock not coming in quite yet. It might have been a Japanese member. The Mega expired. USA is going to go ahead and pull the trigger. Will they get the top 4 out of it? No, Monaro is actually able to survive that. And I guess they just use it for fun, getting 7th instead of 8th place. It'll do a couple of points, which is enough, maybe enough in the long run. Either way, a big race for US North.
Yeah. I think what they tried to do there was maybe shock their 8th place into boxes last set.
Yeah.
Because it was Rufus that was in the Mega there. It was able to dodge at the end. But I think it's going to be a top 3-8 for Team USA. And Edison holding down the fort back there, he does a lot of that. He loves to stop troll the other team and play for his own team. And that looks to be the case here, as does get an 8th place,
big
but
race. Giving
that Team USA a huge top 3 breakaway, and that is a big race for Team USA.
Big bucks, no whammies for the USA teams. They ended up locking into, I think a lead now at this point. Yeah, just a 1-point lead, which, that's the thing about these kind of matches. Well, what I normally would say is that in the finals, at this level of play, you don't see the big swings, from one team getting a massive race to the other team getting a massive race. But, we've been seeing that a lot in the World Cup finals across the other games. Either way, generally, those big races are pretty tough to come by when you're at this level of play. And so, that's a great race for US North, and they're going to really want to see if they can capitalize on this with the course selection, which maybe going Delfino Square, maybe.
I'll be so happy.
Any Japanese readers in chats? Please? Yes. But that's Howler clapping away at the production desk. Hats off to Howler for a wearer of many hats.
Producing
the broadcast. And it's going to be DS something. Is it Delfino?
It's got to be Delfino. It's got to be Delfino.
I don't know.
It's got to be it.
It is not Delfino. There's
no way. No. No.
That is the most troll thing
man.
I've ever seen in my life.
I was so happy for a sec.
Wait, what's the song? How's the song go?
I
can't do the next part.
I hope we see it. But for now, we're going to Peach Gardens.
Yes.
Getting back into a bomb coming out, not landing on anybody, but Asmac able to take out Casper here with those reds. And yeah, going to be a top 2 to start the race for Team USA. Kind of what they wanted here. Get those shrooms and get up to the front immediately.
Oh, okay. What we just saw there, the last frame, I think was one of USA's members with triple reds landing onto the Japanese bagger, which actually you can see on the minimap. Japan's bagger from that red is now actually going to be losing the shock battle. Mac with a shock in 10th. Yeah.
Boom.
So the red being a huge play. I didn't actually catch if that was USA or Japan, but it's going to be a huge factor here now.
Yeah, Mac does need to be careful, though, as last time we were on Peach Gardens, he did lose to the shock.
Yes.
Whether it be to the opposing bagger, to the chain chop.
Mega coming in. That flip side was cheeky, but I don't think it will be able to get onto Frozen.
Frozen does want to back that. Yep.
Yeah.
Frozen, very aggressive player. That's just what he does. He will try to back you at any single point.
For what it's worth, DS Peach Gardens, sort of a reset track, as some may call it. Bananas were just
Nice.
perfectly lined up there. No escaping that.
Ooh, in the greens.
Running this track can be kind of difficult. I mean, that said, we can expect to see Shock maybe even used kind
There
of
it
towards
is.
the shortcut area. Blue shell in play. It's Japan. They have to. They should use it.
He will
Right
throw it
here.
after first set. First
Yeah,
set for
yeah,
sure.
right.
Yeah, he was waiting.
Right. Some teams holding on to the blue shell to not, blue shell them before item boxes so they can get a good item box. Shock maybe to cancel it? No.
I think last set is just very worth. So
Last set is worth, and Japan are probably
Pulling
reusing
away.
dodges. Shock's going to come in now, I guess.
That's a 6-7 dodge right now for Team USA coming up here in a star and what looks to be a mega as well. Curious to see what the chains were here. Could be huge for them to get the top.
Chains make the difference because this pack is actually really tight, and this still gives an opportunity for all these bottom places to get item boxes to come back up here. Blue
Frozen.
shell for Frozen. He's holding it. I wonder if they slow down. I wonder if they have the gall to slow down. Some teams do, but I don't think they will
I don't
here.
think so. And,
Minora gets taken out.
This could be a blue onto third. Oh no, but it's
Pow?
gonna get powed out.
Red coming onto him, and Red. The power
Red taking out
does
Frozen at
land.
the end.
So USA gets top 2, but I think Japan
Red
able to
getting
get the
bu-
middle
Yasuo.
spots.
Oh,
Crumbling,
Yasuo.
stumbling
Oh,
to the line,
this guy-
really bumping each other, somehow
Wow.
crawling across the line, and I think Frozen gets 7th place.
Wow.
Literally.
And Yasuo, unfortunately, hitting that Nana at the end. It could have been a much smaller race from Team USA, but Yasuo getting last gets them a few extra points.
That's the thing is, the losing a spot generally will cost you, a point, yes, but, you as an individual, it costs you a point, but as a result, the other team gets, plus 1 point. It's a 2-point difference for every individual point difference.
Right.
So USA getting the top 2 to clutch that out. That Shock obviously helping loads. It really could have gone other way. I mean, the pack was so tight. It actually wasn't guaranteed that Shock would have turned out great, but it does. And USA take the GP lead by, really not that much, 8 points, but
Yeah.
they've been on the upswing of things ever since Japan took a dominant start.
Oof. Big 50-point GP from Casper there.
Caspi, let's go. Casper, always known as one of the top players in the Mario Kart scene, and I think what makes him so electric to watch is just he is good at every Mario Kart he touches. He's been spending a lot of time with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe in the last few months, and has shown just how good he is.
Yeah.
And how I think it's just how he approaches the game and practices it as well.
Right.
Is just so emblematic of just this. Just he is a top player amongst the top players, if not maybe one of the best top player in the game. The thing I guess that should be said about Casper is he hasn't been playing Mario Kart Wii as much as he actively has, but massive PTS right now.
Yeah. I feel like I'm so desensitized because every time I watch him, it
doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
I feel like I don't notice him in the race, but he just comes out on top in the scoreboard.
Yes. Literally
it just happens.
Literally every fucking
That
time.
just happens.
Yeah. All right. GP2. A similar story we're seeing here compared to the the last GP1 that we saw and the results from it. But this time US with a slight lead.
Can we get a hashtag JPN win or a hashtag USA win?
I'm curious.
in the
Yeah.
chat?
What is
get a
chat
poll?
feeling in this one?
Can a mod in the chat get a poll going? I'm
And
curious.
prediction as well. Predictions
Yeah.
would be cute. I know that. If you were to peg anyone up for winning this match, it's probably US North. Granted, we'll probably see that in a lopsided way. But I wonder, where's the faith? Where's the faith for Team Japan in this audience?
Yeah. It is. What time is it right now in Japan? Is that probably midday for them? So
Yeah, what time
maybe
is it right here?
in Japan?
No, what time is it right here?
1:40 in the morning.
So it's 2:40 for them in the afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're at a
They
great
could be
time.
out and about.
Yeah, it's true. They could
What
be
is
out and
Sunday?
about.
It is
It
Sunday.
is Monday for them.
It's Monday.
Yeah,
That's
it's
true.
Monday for them. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
So yeah, they're definitely out and about. So
Yeah.
maybe a
Wait.
lack of representation.
Wait, sorry. No, wait.
It's Sunday.
Is it Saturday?
It's Sunday. it's Sunday. at 1:40
I need to
right
go
now.
to bed. I'm jamming. I'll get on the mic right now. Yeah. I'm going to bed. All right. No. All right. Well, it's Koopa Cape. So similar to Coconut Mall, like we were talking about before, this is a track you can't quite go all the way backwards on. You can go further back, but we see team baggers here generally slow down at this first set because you can go back to where the waterfall, you kind of meet the waterfall, but an item box only really pops up there coming down from the waterfall every 20 seconds it feels. And so the strat here is let's just sit at the item box sooner because we're able to get more item boxes, better chances at actually getting the shock in that sense.
Yeah.
And a close proximity to being able to drop stars for the
Right.
for their team. If, they do get stars. So
Yeah, and that's the strat. But I feel like it's hard to see the shock come out here.
Yeah.
Because both baggers kind of afraid. I mean, I feel like they shouldn't be afraid to touch boxes because they can lose the bill easily, and you don't have to risk going ahead. But, baggers also play mind games here.
Jesus.
Nice pull there for Frozen.
Mega to golden in 5th. Let's
Mega
go.
to golden in 5th. But,
I think he connects with Japan there, too.
yeah.
There's 5th place, maybe.
So, that's going to be a top 2-4. Really,
Star
picks
drops.
up the ground star.
Yeah.
And also Yasuo picking it up, so I don't think any of the baggers have shock
Was
yet.
was that a Japanese bagger that dropped that star?
I don't know. It all happened so fast.
Because it like literally dropped onto Frozen.
Oh, yeah,
I think
it was right
Frozen
on
just
top
kind
of
of got lucky there, actually getting the star. And either way, he has the golden. The golden is by far the most important thing. This is the shortcut that really defines the track in a lot of ways. And now USA top 2, last lap, they might be able to build on this lead even further.
3. They are top 3. They are gone right now, and Japan really needs something here. They need a blue,
really
a shock, something to get. And we do see a mega from Asmac, so if a shock is going to come out from Roast,
no shock
needs
from
to happen soon.
No shock from Mac just yet either. I wonder what that means for Rose. No, Rose using shrooms in the back, so it will be no shock for now. And I think USA coming out with a massive victory here, unless anything is done at the very end.
No shock coming
Shock
out on the
is
side
not
of Japan.
gonna come
That's
out.
a top 3 from Team USA.
Top 4 even, I think, right? Mac gets the shock at the end, and so we'll hold it out. That's top 4, right?
No, I think Edison got last. I think it was top 3-8.
Okay.
Asmac was our POV. He got fourth.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought that was.
You thought it was Frozen?
Okay.
My man Irik's out of it. Right
he's
had a long day.
It is 1:40 a.m.
It's 1:40 a.m.
as it turns out.
Chat, Irik has spent all day getting.
I literally don't want to hear it.
No, you know what?
Anyway, great race for USA. Top 3, 8-9. And they're building their lead.
Yeah. But you know what, chat? Irik's been up doing stuff all day.
I literally do not want to hear it.
He's been making highlight videos. It's Monday somewhere.
It is Monday somewhere.
It's actually just not. It's actually just not Monday anywhere.
No,
we can ignore Howler.
It's just straight up cringe. It's actually just cringe.
But yeah, Chad, give it up to Irik, man. Great production.
Yeah.
Great stuff. Yeah. Applaud in the chat.
So while we're on it, I think one of the things to touch on while we're here, and if you're a viewer from Ludwig Stream, we might as well. This is something that I think I've taken a lot of joy in working with Mario Kart Central. They're the folks who organize at Mario Kart 8. Mm-hmm. If you're interested in playing Mario Kart 8, I know Mario Kart Wii's on the screen right now, but I'm just going to shout them out anyway. If you're interested in playing Mario Kart 8, head over to MarioKartCentral.com. They are the place to be. You can get into Mogi Lounge, which is where you can play a kind of ranked matchmaking system there. I could go on. I'll talk more about Mario Kart Central at the end and how you can get involved in both the Mario Kart 8 scene and Wii if you're interested. But that's for another time. We're getting into BC Wii here. And USA in a point where they can really blow this match up.
Yeah.
It feels like this race is kind of really important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, this is huge. And last BC we did see Asmac and other Team Japan members. They were able to break up that top 4 that USA had going into this. But, and that green does connect onto a Team Japan member. The classic strategy here is, top 3, get the items and spam them immediately back from them. Boom, a green snipe coming out from Asmac, but gets taken out by the greens of Revan as well. So going to be a top 2, 4, 5 right now for Team USA. Oh,
and the wheelie bump.
Ooh, Rufus out of nowhere.
Job well done.
Just lands on top of Frozen. Little LeBron James action on him.
So you'll see on the minimap that Daisy on the minimap went a certain path that no other person did. That's because a glitch is there that lets you kind of go through the wall and skip so much time. In the meantime, we see some magic on Mac's end doing the Hawk strat, which is basically being able to go backwards there and not fall off, which is kind of difficult to do. So job well done on his part.
Yeah, unfortunately he gets the bill though. So his work not paying off there, and that is the tough life of a bagger.
Yes,
your work does not pay off.
so a good amount of times it does not. But it will be either way. Asmat in 6th place with a star and praying to the heavens above if his bagger on his team can get the lightning bolt. So far, Mac doesn't have it either quite yet, but. From what we can see, what's the results looking like here? I think USA in 3-4. We don't have too much of a glimpse on top 2, right?
Yeah, I think both of our runners are back here. I don't think Asmac is playing with Battle Glitch. Mm-hmm. I think it's good spots right now, but Casper does get taken out by a TC.
Somebody glitch, I think.
Yeah, Yasuo actually doing glitch this time. He did not do it in the last BC Wii race that they played, which was unusual, but he did fail it. But getting taken out immediately by what may have been a blue shell, a red, or something, but Yasuo making glitch.
Doesn't get it. Ooh, that
I don't think we're gonna see a single TC pass in this whole war.
Yeah, I mean, TC passes like are kind of ping reliant, and it being USA Japan, you just gonna have to hold that L, Frozen. I mean, okay, never mind.
Does Mac have shock though?
Mac does not have shock in that moment, but I think we'll very soon, actually, from what we can see, gets the shock.
There it is.
So I am curious what we see in the racer's perspective now. It is Asma with a star. Can you predict it? This is so important because right now, if USA have this top 2, hold on to it. It's so hard to close this lead.
Yeah, but I think it's going to be really hard. I mean, we've seen USA just execute over and over again.
Just use it.
Just
predict the target. Okay. There's no reason for USA to shock here.
They're just not going to use it.
Yeah.
That's a really good target power from Team USA too, but that's going to be a 3-4 for Team Japan. And they were also holding blue shell from the looks of it, but it's going to be a top 2 5-6 for USA North.
Oh, Frozen gets fit at the last second there on the sides there. Very job well done on his part. And no reason to use that shot.
Pass his teammate there.
Oh, okay, no. Well, he'll take the extra credit for his gives
I'll take some points.
Yeah, why not?
But we saw at the beginning Rose was dominating in the shock department, but Mac, that was sick. I mean, Hawk strat under all this pressure and nerves as well. Like very impressive stuff from Mac there to get the shock.
Yeah, absolutely. And now USA taking away with a top 2 5-6. It is looking real good for the Americans. I mean, again, for context, if you are new here, if you haven't heard it enough, USA have been the Titans. They have won, I think, every single World Cup in the Mario Kart World Cup since it's gone back to literally like 2011. Because apparently there was a World Cup in 2011, and I don't remember that. I wasn't there for it. But, and they are showing the reasons why. I mean, the shock there in that race, it looked like Mac wasn't always in last place, but I think, definitely was in last place when they got it. And that's the thing about racing backwards on BCW is that sometimes it's just not worth as 9th place to keep going on backwards after a certain point because it's so much work going backwards to just get item boxes. You don't really come across them very often if you keep going backwards. So there's just a certain point where you sometimes just say, screw it, I'm just going to stay at these item sets and just hope I can get a lot of item boxes.
Yeah.
Maybe that makes
I think it was harder, though, in that race because both baggers were so close that, if Rose turns around, it's way too late because then Mac can just sit at the ramp and spam boxes in 10th. But, if Rose was further behind, then, 100% spam them at 9th. But they were just so close that, Mac was able to just edge him out in the end. Yeah. And it was a really good race for Team USA there. But BC3.
Yeah.
Exciting stuff here.
I don't think we saw this match won.
It was the very first race.
Oh, never mind. Just kidding. Well, either way, the most exciting race in the game. It's just official. Mac will be going and be bold about getting the last place box, which can often result in getting the bill. But we'll get the golden. And it moves him up into a position where he can get the lead going to bag. Gets actually the really nice wall clip there to be able to send him backwards and will be leading that race backwards. In the meantime, ultra shortcut taken by Frozen with no item box held. Bomb coming, and he drifts that, predicting it, but it's not going to be enough.
Wow. Yasuo with an amazing bomb snipe there.
Who I think also took ultra as well. So this room is cracked if you can't tell.
Yeah.
Shock for Mac.
Oh, shock already on the side of Team USA North. And we could see a couple of them. Actually, maybe not too smart to use a couple because we do see Rose right behind him. And it's going to be a really tough situation for Mac from him to try to get away. Oh, we do see Mac spinning out.
Mac doesn't have the shock anymore.
He spun out. Mac spun out.
On the minimap, he spun out, so doesn't have the shock anymore as dropping back with the bomb.
I think Mac
intentionally done as well. Job well done to Asma getting rid of Edison's shrooms there and is playing a really good part of the troller right now.
I think so. Frozen making the
ultra again.
Yeah. Yasuo, the only Daisy in the room, not opting to go for it. And we did see Yasuo not go for glitch too much on BCW either. So
shock again. This
time in 9th for Mac. So unfortunate for Rose there. The name of the game is Mario Kart Wii though, and luck is a big factor. But gonna be seeing if Yasuo almost taking him out with that banana.
Yeah.
It is a 2-3-4, but a TC on the side. 2-3-4-5 for Team Japan.
Yeah.
But a TC on the for Rufus there. Gonna pass it to Rose though. Very good play by the bagger there. And it is a bottom 3 for Team USA. You have to think that maybe they're going to use a shock soon.
They will use it when Japan's going towards the shortcut. They're so far back.
Yeah.
But the shock is just, there's no reason to let Japan even attempt to do a shortcut.
Wow.
That's going to be a shock coming in. Maybe a target shock as well included. But Asmat is able to get an item box.
Throw it,
the blue shell. He's just in time.
No.
Oh,
He falls off.
He should have tilted his analog stick back. He
Yeah.
tilted it forward, which makes him fall down even sooner. But now, either way, it's
What is
Frozen getting
going
blued.
on?
Yasuo in first place now. That's big for Japan, but can they follow this up with more?
It's going to be a 2-3 for USA. Casper coming up. This is incredible, the comeback right now for Team USA. They were so far behind in bottom 3, but it's looking like
2-3 for USA there you saw, and maybe 2-3 for Asmat, 7th place. Can you do anything to recover a spot here? No, a single shroom for you. And I think that's just going to be a race win still for US North, despite all the action happening at the end there.
that POW was so tough.
Yeah, it's a tough call, right? I think that's the thing about being in that moment is that, like, it is so – you can't tell because you can't, like, look down at the track because your Funky Kong just takes up so much of the center space where you want to be able to do that. So you have to kind of guess in that moment, okay, do I need to lean back and let myself in the air more, or do I need to tilt down to even make it? He just made the wrong guess.
Yeah. That was so tough, and that was a really good shock on the side of Team USA because they all got shocked either into boxes, or I'm sure some of them dodged as well.
Yeah.
The cut was open, and they all just took cut and made it.
All
and
right.
like the blue came out for Asmac there, whatever.
Yeah.
Was able to take out Frozen, but like
Gets first, it's cool. It helps, helps salvage what. It's just a 50-point lead.
they got a lot of.
And we
ground
have
to make
5 races left.
Yeah.
An average of race wins by 10 per race.
A lot of ground to make up on the side of Team Japan, but that could have gone so well for them. But that POW on the side of Team USA North killing at least Asmac.
And
Type was affected too.
Casper, I imagine, dodging, maybe taking either Ultra short or the regular shortcut. Which
because he was up there at the end too.
Yeah. So Casper, hats off also for him for being able to close the distance, that being all the difference here and making sure that Japan doesn't get any breathing room.
Japan's a strong bunch though. You know they were down last time and they brought it back really close.
We'll see. It's hard to have faith, sometimes. It's hard to have faith, but we're going to try to hold some out here. Haller, do you have any faith?
Haller's asleep
That
right
was
now
the
in back.
hardest no I've heard in my life.
Wow.
This person almost got us kicked out of an Airbnb in his talking voice, in his regular talking voice. And he just gave us a no in the quietest voice I've ever heard. Yeah, there we go.
Yes, sir!
Okay, you just broke every headphone user in the planet. Now your neighbor's upset at you. Anyway, Sherbet Land. So, actually, this is, it is Sherbet Land, which is a track that, it's a toss-up. It's definitely not really a running track, per se. A lot of the ice on the course being so easy to shroom up on.
Yeah.
Favoring the come up. But, so far, it'll be Frozen in 8th place here. Triple shrooms only. Nothing of a dodge to really hold up for them.
What is Japan, do you think? What are they missing to get these big races? We see them.
That's you thought for a second of like, I'm going to tell a line that's like, no, that possibly can't be it. And then you thought of like, wait, just kidding. That's actually it. Yes, shock is really being a big difference in the last 4 races I think we've seen.
Even when they do get shocked, though, I feel like it's not having as much effect as the USA shocks.
Yeah.
Like USA, but we've seen this with every single war that USA's played in. Their shocks have just had way more of an impact than the team that they're playing against.
Yes. Frozen just getting that TC just before or just after the Japanese bagger comes next to them, so they won't be able to pass it off to them. Maybe not able to pass it off to anyone there. Yeah.
Nope.
And what we did see earlier was actually interesting team play from Japan that actually, I think, read USA's bagger with triple reds to slow him down. So I think Mac apparently will be in last place, but does get the bill. So no shock from the Americans just yet. Maybe some hope here for the Japanese.
I mean, they are top 2, so looking good so far going into this lap 3, but once again, you cannot count out USA. I mean, we've seen it over and over again where the other team, and Yasuo unfortunately getting taken out by that green shell. POW coming out. Revan, I believe, target playing type there a little
Bomb
bit.
can be such a huge difference maker here.
This is going to do damage. Yeah, they're bottom 3. This is going to do damage to
just
team
drop
Japan.
it.
No,
he
just
needs to slow down.
Slow
down and drop it.
Cave.
Okay, just going to drop it on the type who has a TC. Doesn't get another person, though. Japan, I think, in 1-4 right now.
Japan in 1-4. No shock, I don't think, still from the side of Team USA. So possible that Roast has it. This could be huge if he does.
POW comes out. It's nothing of a target POW at least. Maybe no red following that POW as well. A red shell for Frozen. Nothing to catch up with. Does Japan recover here
Rufus
at the end?
Comes up. I think he got second maybe.
Ooh, okay. But Japan's still going to get bottom 2. And I think Japan had the shock, but we saw no dodges being used from 7-8. They were not able to pull a single thing.
I'm not even sure if they had it. It might have just been a shock.
I'm not sure if they had it. Shock does come out finally, at least for Japan here. But yeah, I don't think we just saw a single star used for the last while, really. So
yeah, it's tough for Team Japan right now. If Rubus got second, that'd be amazing. And he did. Wow. So he must have gotten like triple. He got powed.
Yeah.
Last set, he got powed into last set in 4th place and pulled the God pull. He got triple shrims there for sure, and was able to pass the rest of the Team USA members.
Yes. Thanks so much. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. USA with the massive lead, 46 points.
46 points.
46 points right now.
Whoa, that's a lot of messages in the chat that I'm seeing that got deleted.
Oh my God, we're not going to talk about it. Like many things that I have to, we just can't talk about it.
Can't talk about it.
I just can't talk about anything with y'all. You guys just troll me constantly.
Who,
just
me?
For fun. Yes.
I don't do anything to you.
Oh my
me
God.
Especially.
Yes.
I don't know about that one.
Yes.
I'm here enjoying a time with my friends.
It's
watching
true.
Some Mario Kart.
Honestly, the late night cast actually kind of a vibe. I'm with it.
It is a vibe.
Because every single time we have to go on for World Cup finals, or like, it's often just in the morning, And I know, Europeans are in shambles right now. They had to wake up at 5 a.m., 6 a.m. to be able to watch this. So shouts out
awful.
to every European in the chat. We really appreciate all your support and just, for the community, for the love of the game. But we're chilling here at 2 a.m. What's the vibe?
What?
1,000 degrees.
I don't understand.
I don't understand. Anyway, that's just.
Yeah.
I do not understand.
Late night's just chilling.
Yes.
That's because you're sitting over there.
Oh, true. Yeah. Balls.
Guys,
yes.
Eric drove 7 hours to get here.
It was
to hang out with us.
It was 5.5. You take a. Sometimes you just sleep in a rest stop for 2.5 hours too. Yes. Wait, what? Are you? I'm getting. As you guys can tell, it's difficult here in commentary. Sometimes your friends just have it out for you, and sometimes for Team Japan they just don't have anything really going for them.
Yeah.
Like me in this room with you guys. We see a sub here.
Orange for Mac. So they're getting cocky. USA North getting cocky.
Interesting. They are letting. So okay, let's just be clear. We don't say this as if Orange is, not.
Oh, no, not
Orange is a good bagger, but
yes,
like Mac
is
it's a clear move made to say like, hey, you haven't got much time to play. We feel comfortable enough to put you in here.
Yeah,
which
that's a lot of pressure. You could be nervous coming in. That's a lot. You have a 40-point. You have nothing. You have everything to lose.
You do have everything to lose.
You have everything to lose.
You have This is your time to put up or shut up, Orange. Show it on the World Cup finals here. In front of this massive audience we have, whether it's here or with Ludwig, you gotta style your moves on here real quick.
That's a let's go Orange.
That's a let's go Orange.
That's
a Vamos Orange.
I got a yes sir in the chat. Let's go.
Yes sir.
Yes sir.
Okay. Well, let's see here. What we are we gonna get here for the last to start things off here? It's gonna be Maple Treeway. I think Japan's pick. Have we seen Maple Treeway yet?
No, surprisingly, we haven't seen Maple Treeway yet in this war. In this series.
Over the course of the World Cup, I feel like Maple Treeway has turned from that 1-3-5 typical pick, which is the reason Japan uses it. 3 and 5 can hop into the shortcut, come out at the end of it with better items, and still remain in the top spot from the boost pads in that shortcut. But I feel like over the course of this World Cup, we've seen teams just not be about it so much.
Yeah.
Something about not having 2 players at the front to hold things up for them just hasn't been working out well.
Right.
But Japan holds on to first place. Let's see if they're able to hold on to more here.
Oof, but Revan is pressuring here. I mean, we've seen it over and over again. Revan just very strong lines and always able to keep up with these top players in the front. For now, we do see Roast
slightly in the lead,
winning that bagging battle by a little bit.
And Revan losing some distance. I think maybe a wheelie lock or getting a wide turn on that. Maybe favoring to go for the item box on that hairpin turn. So Japan in 1-3 right now. Frozen in, of course, a great spot.
Yeah, looking good right now with a Mega. Unfortunately, we don't have a bagger POV anymore, but Revan actually getting taken out, so going to be top 2 on the side of Team Japan. Frozen pressuring with this Mega right now. Maybe thinking a shot could come out, but nothing doing yet.
Interesting, the willingness to use the Mega in 3rd place when Japan is top 2, you're 3rd place. I would think you hold that in the case that you think you have shock. So it feels like to me maybe he explicitly thinks he doesn't have shock right now. I don't know.
No,
But
I don't think anybody has it. I think we just saw Orange fall off, and I think Roast was also still going back a little bit.
yeah.
But one of the backers is going forward now, so
think-
one of them fell off. So that is going to be a shock for whoever has it. Unfortunately, not able to see who.
I think it's Japan. I think it's Japan just because we saw Orange take a little bit of time to get to 10th place, giving Japan some 9th place boxes. And so now Frozen with a single green doesn't really have much, though maybe a green from downtown.
No, oh, and
Doesn't quite just
not
land.
connect. Fib.
Threatening, but not enough. Shock does
Oh,
come in.
but they
It
dodge
does
Frozen.
get Frozen, just barely. The timing not tight enough, but it is a Japanese shock coming in.
And yeah, Frozen now able to compete with this top two. Gonna see what he can do
He's
here.
going to do something.
He's going to play really risky
Oh!
and gets taken out. But bumps
Wait,
Rufus
what?
into the Wiggler? No,
I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened.
Okay, Frozen has to play so big here because I think Japan actually did just like dodge up into spots. Does get the triple bananas, great for him. But I think Japan is going to be in the majority of spots behind.
Oh, and he
what
hits
just
the
happened?
wall!
We never see that happen. It's going to be USA now in 3-4. Japan top 2.
Top 2-5 for Team Japan right
This
now.
could be the start that they
Mega
needed.
coming out. Could this be a second shock?
Nothing for Frozen here really.
Doing top 2-5 for
Top
Team
2,
Japan.
5, 8, I think as well. So it is a winning race. That is what you need to see. But I just think the dodges are just not enough from Japan. I don't know what they dodged with at the end there, but clearly not enough.
I don't know if I agree with that shock, because
I wonder if they just shocked and didn't have any dodges.
I just think you could do a lot more there, like in the middle part of the lap to the end. Because
Yeah.
I don't think you need to dodge your top two there unless they royally mess up. Then Frozen
Like-
did outline Rufus
Yeah,
there, and then
yeah.
you got taken out by a pole.
Yeah.
But I don't think you need to shock your top two there.
Yeah,
I think you need to get your bottom two, because now you need big races. You need a lot of big races to get back in there.
I'm going to go ahead and back you up on that, Broly. Like we've seen over the course of this match, Japan, they've been able to get shocks. Some of them good, but some of them not as good as they could have been.
Yeah.
And like you said, dodging top two there, so much can happen between them dodging and, the rest of the lap that happened.
Right.
Frozen only got a blue shell at the very last box. He could have very easily, or anybody on US North could have gotten that box way earlier, and that one box alone would have just destroyed them entirely, Japan.
Yeah. That's just the easy way out. Is using the shock there in the cannon. That's just like the easy strategy.
It's like you're sweating a bit. I think that's a sign of maybe nerves and just needing things to go, needing some sense of security going into the last lap.
But yeah, I don't know. I think Japan just needs to play with a little more patience in that situation.
Yeah.
And that's what we've seen from USA. They play with a lot of patience and they execute when they need to. And I think they have the upper hand on Japan there for now. Because that could be such a bigger race.
For now. USA gets the grumble pick. Talk about it. Talk to us about it. Why is that advantageous for USA here?
Huge. They get Shrooms here at the start. They're able to take that rock hop and they're just able to run. That's what happened in the last race too. They were able to do that.
Does Japan slow down here? No, they don't.
But yeah,
Triple Shrooms, yeah.
Just the god pull right there for Frozen.
Sometimes teams have a discussion before on these kind of tracks where positions into the first box can mean so much.
Oh,
they
sure.
have a conversation of maybe someone slows down.
For sure.
Right? I think this is a situation where if you have top two started, nice fib snipe on the Edison
Oh,
there.
and he gets
bumped off.
Yasuo.
That's actually so big.
That's
for
clutch.
Japan.
Getting bumped off by a daisy.
Yeah.
By the way, the lightest character of the 10 here. So
Right.
Yasuo, big clutch play. Frozen probably didn't even appear on his screen, but that's okay. Able to take out Frozen there, and it's helping that Japanese team out. But USA still in a lot of these top spots.
Yes. Now, one bagger is clearly in the lead. I don't know who that is. I think it is Japan.
No, it's orange.
No, it's orange. It's orange
Winning
back
by
there in
a
last
lot.
place. And Japan actually, I wonder if they're hiding.
I think Roast has it.
I think Roast has it, yeah.
I think Roast definitely has
He's
it.
hiding. He's not in a part where you can get item boxes.
Nope.
So now,
That is a clear-cut sign to Team USA that Team Japan has the shock there.
of course, Frozen will still get into first, does have that single shroom. So not all said and done yet for USA. And they actually have top 3, I think.
Wow. Yeah, top 3, 6 so far for Team USA. And Japan really needs to do something with the shock. They need to get all of USA out, and they need to get themselves in it.
Mega, they
the
dodged.
double mega dodge.
Wow, Mega came just in time.
Another mega.
Another mega.
He chains megas.
Now
No way.
I think you have to go for the switches here. I mean, like, maybe you can get on to Frozen here. No? Okay.
Picks up the ground star as well for Yasuo.
Wow. So,
Japan, no, but a USA member taking the cut.
Will they be able to get there in time? They're going to try to use the Mega in time to be able to get onto Revan there. Will they be able to slow them down? They need to get top 2 here.
Revan. Oh, Revan gets first, I think.
I think huge on Revan's
Or he got bumped. Wait, but that is a lot of Japan top spots. That's at least a 1-3-4-5. It's
actually
either 2-3-4-5 or 1-3-4-5 for Team Japan.
I think Revan getting first here actually, like, I think
huge.
Revan might have gotten first here. If he does, then I'm just gonna say it. I think that's GG.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Something about just like being able to have first, third, fourth, fifth versus 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, makes such a difference in course selection. I mean, it can go a lot of ways, right? But I do think that first place is going to be so important. That 6-point swing in and of itself.
Yasuo gets it.
Holds on 1, 3, 4, 5, and 9th place as well. So almost as good of a race as you could have really given for Japan in that situation.
Imagine if Revan doesn't pull a shroom.
Yeah.
If Revan doesn't pull a shroom, that's top 4.
Yeah.
But that is
18 points. Wait, no, even less than that. It's what is it? I can't do math. 16 points.
That is 16.
2 races left. Wow, that actually
16 points.
Oh my God!
Don't
play with my heart. Do not play with my heart here.
This
might be stand-upable.
But yeah,
this might be stand-upable. Actually,
my opinions are like really fuzzy about that
yeah.
shock.
Yeah, it actually wasn't. Yeah.
It's like they can get shrooms. Like USA can easily get shrooms and like come back. And that's what happened. Revan got a shroom.
That was such a bold shot. I did not think about it until you really brought it up. And yeah, using it when like you have megas. It's not even that you have shrooms.
No, but dude, think about it. He got that mega last second.
Yeah.
So they only had one mega to dodge.
One dodge.
Yeah, they had one mega to dodge.
Or at least one that we saw. And it would allow USA to catch up with all these shrooms. Really questionable, actually. Yeah.
It was interesting. But it paid off. Like, it worked out in the end.
I guess. But it definitely leaves you wondering. What's so important here, though? TF.
Yes.
It comes in big for Team Japan here. We'll see how it shakes up at the beginning.
Revan can do a lot. Revan can actually do a lot here. But Japan does get the draft.
He gets knocked out, I think.
And the red onto Frozen.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
My God.
Similar to Coconut Mall, similar to Moonview Highway.
Oh!
And the troll as okay, fine, fair. Edison decided to stop for his just desserts, why not? But Japan doesn't mind. They have top 2-4, I think, right now.
Yeah, I mean, keeping Asmacked out is great, obviously, but there's still so much time to come back here. And they want to get those top spots out of there. So you're going to see these mid spots rotating for that blue shell. Revan getting taken out by some sort of back spam. And a lot of top spots here for Team Japan and a lot of pressure on that Team USA member. Edison up there in 4th place. That's a top 3 right now, though. Orange able to take the TC away from Frozen. Great play.
Didn't really have that many frames left on it.
But
keeps USA in this because otherwise it would have been just Edison and Revan here when they're kind of at a distance here.
Yeah, this is the Team Japan show right now. Running great right now. And Asmack opting to hold this star as well. Wait, is that Rufus behind him? Okay, wait, maybe. Casper's in first, actually. I've been mistaken this whole time.
Interesting.
So Casper's been in first.
No star really had for Team Japan right now. TC, if he doesn't get it off, that does hurt. It does hurt your chances here for USA. But let's star. Okay, yeah, why not? We'll be able to get the dodge here. If
they need to target power Casper really well. But Bomb Snipe coming out onto Yasuo. Going to be taken out there. And a TC for Asmacked.
It's lap 3
but gets
mega,
the mega.
So important. Okay, lap 3, everything needs to go in
Bagger's
favor
going
for
forward.
Japan.
Bagger's going forward.
Okay, that's a sign. Who is it, though? We can't tell. Shock not coming in for Japan. So I think it's USA with the shock.
This could be Orange with the shock here. This could be huge for Team USA. This could be Currens.
Yeah, I think it might be Currens. I mean,
that's top 3 right now for Team USA.
Top 3. They have no reason to use the shock. So Japan does have the advantage of maybe being able to get some decent items at the end here. You have to spam these greens. Blue shot coming at the end. Shock going to come in as well. And Frozen dodging at the end.
That's it. That's
Japan getting knocked out.
Getting taken out as well.
Maybe. Oh my God, USA with a big recovery there.
What happened?
I mean, okay, the shock used to cancel the blue shell. I think it gets first place on the boost pads at the very end. The blue shell was going to save it for Japan, but the shock canceling the blue shell, I think, does the trick there.
What I think Casper would have finished if they didn't shock.
That is true, but I think they were maybe thinking shock him on the boost pad to cancel the.
I think he was like at the line. I think he was like at the line. Yeah, there was a lot happening there.
There was so much happening there.
Well,
but either way,
first anyway.
No, he actually got top
3. 5.
I think that's it.
I think that's literally game.
Wait, no, it isn't. Do you
41.
Do you know what that means, bro?
That's top 5. Top 5 means 41, doesn't it?
Okay. We're so close to the mathematical probability of like USA just having it 100% locked down. There is the 0.00009% chance of Japan doing an incredible comeback here, and it is top 5, and top 5 only to tie it.
I hope they know that, though. The thing is, Roast needs to know he needs to run this next race. I hope he knows that.
I guess.
I really hope he does.
I would like to think they know that at this. They're probably keeping track of the
Sherbeyland.
We'll see. They're picking Waluigi, so
if it's Waluigi, this is over.
Yeah. Well,
they do know. They're picking Ghost Valley too. All right.
Yep.
Japan knows they need a top 5.
They go Ghost Valley 2. It's the shortest track in the game, so decreases the likelihood of USA being able to pull shock.
They
get it. Okay. So that was there are so many win conditions. Their win conditions have win conditions, and it's like, but they at least got one of them, the one that they needed to start it all off.
Yeah.
GV2. It's last race of the World Cup. USA, will they be able to clutch out and just show their dominance once again? 2-0 clutching it over Team Japan, who has shown a lot of resilience here.
Let's see if they can pull it off. Ghost Valley 2, a lot of hectic things can happen. And USA,
with top 3.
The smart thing for USA is to stay in bottom 2, so that Team Japan cannot get the shock, because shock here is so devastating. Asma getting taken out by a red there.
Yeah.
It's going to be a top 2, bottom 3 right now for USA. Honestly, perfect spots for Team USA. I think this is exactly where you want to be. Because if they get shocked at the end, like, boom, they win the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's lap 2. And the thing about GP2, it's like, yeah, you pick it because it is the shortest track, but it can be so easy for teams to just break away on, and that's exactly what we're seeing here.
Blue Shell does come out, though. Going to be getting Casper out of first place, but Frozen hitting the wall as well. But they need to get Frozen out here.
Gets the
and he gets the
shroom here,
Yeah,
so
this is looking really hard for Team Japan now.
I mean, they just need the shock. Shock won't be coming out, I have to imagine. So USA, I think, will be taking it. The POW does come in, but Frozen doing the victory lap dance here. Shock just come in at the very end. It's USA's to take. And Frozen with the picture finish. Congratulations to US North for bringing it home once again. And turning it all up in GV2 once again in both Game 1 and Game 2. Frozen with a 37 to close things off. Roast not able to get things quite as they wanted to for Shock throughout the match, and especially in GP2. And hats off, really. Hats off to US North for clutching it out once again. They are your 2021 Mario Kart World Cup champions.
Congrats to Team USA North. Just a really strong showing. Every single war. Never let it down. And, again, coming out super strong. This very, very similar roster to the one last year. And defending the title, pretty much. And, again, Eirik and other tournament organizers of World Cup, you have to wonder, if there is a next one, do you divide Team USA into 50 states? That is the question.